Hi everybody, it's Suzanne here, just getting myself set up so I can see my own broadcast. Thanks for dropping in. I think we're good to go here. Happy Easter! There's the little gable box that I made up the other day with little Happy Easter tag on it. It's just waiting to get filled up. Now, I did have a whole bunch of little Easter eggs here, and I used them for some photography the other day, and decided that it's not good to have chocolate Easter eggs around. So I packed them all up, and my husband went off on a business trip, so I threw all the Easter eggs in his luggage, and they weren't left behind, so happy Easter! Anyways, you could fill up this little box, and it's just perfect size. Anyways, that's the Quietfire Away with Words Gable box, and that's the fishtail banner from Elizabeth Craft Designs. And of course, here's my little bunny. You know, girl has to have her little toys, and you know that of course he in theory hops. Oh, but not very well. It's like he's been drinking. No, come on, little bun. No, he's not going to play. Okay, we'll put him away. Anyways, I'm Suzanne, and I'm here. And we're going to do a little project today. And that could be converted easily into a card. So let me just sit down. I think I haven't even seen, oh, my iPad is I'm supposed to be able to, there we go. Okay, now we're here. Okay, we'll move the box out of the way. And you see I have a new welcome sign today. Oop, there, that's better. It's sitting better now. And that's actually the welcome that we're going to do today. So why don't we get started? And I'll put that down just over here. And I'll do, let's go. Okay. So here's this, I call this a place card, but it could be the front of a card for a friend. I started out with these, and of course, oh yes, I can put my hand on it. And there's the welcome I started with. And I made this at Christmas with Susan Tierney Coburn's small poinsettia, and added the welcome and just put it at the front door. And it was really cute little greeting for anybody that came in the house. And the cat didn't eat it, which was really good. So, what can I say? You're on the Quietfire Design Facebook page. Hi. And we want you to join the Suzanne Cannon Fan Group Facebook page, because it's where we can share things, and you can come on and share whatever you're working on. And on Sundays now, we're having a show me time where you can post whatever you're working on, and it doesn't have to be a finished project. And just post and share and inspire us, because something that you're doing we may not have thought of, and we might all want to check it out and copy it. We hope you don't mind. And so maybe in a few weeks we'll have some prizes happening on there, so make sure you join the group and post something on the Show Me Sunday. So that's Sunday, it's usually in the afternoon. You can start it. I don't have to start it. Kathy Jo can start it. It was her idea. Okay, so there's a new category on the Quietfire site, and it's called Letters Live. And it is for all the items that I have on the Quietfire site that I use regularly in these broadcasts. So, and the Quietfire site is all in Canadian dollars, but don't panic, because your credit card or PayPal will convert that to Canadian, to whatever currency you work in. Certainly, PayPal's really good. You know, it will tell you right away what you're going to fork out. That doesn't sound good, does it? Okay, so I do these Facebook Live broadcasts every Thursday at 4 on the Quietfire Design page. That's where you are. And I just archived 4 of them this afternoon to my YouTube channel, and that includes Kathy Jo's 2 guest designer broadcasts that she did while I was on holidays. And, oh, speaking of Kathy Jo, she's there. Hi, Kathy Jo. We've got to thank her for putting up any links that I'm talking about, and she'll probably say hi to you because I might miss you because I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing and I don't juggle all that well. So you probably wonder what dyes we're using this week. Yeah, I think you could probably guess. It's the Welcome, and this is the Flourish Night Sky, and we're going to use that little flower. Now, this little flower seems kind of out of place. Actually, there was more dyes in this set, but they didn't make the cut. But the flower did. So you could actually put the flower on the star or the moon. But we're going to put it on a welcome sign today. So, and you know, they're really simple flowers, but they can be used in all sorts of places and just snuck in here and there. And yeah, so kind of a handy little thing, and depending on where you put the leaves, they don't have to be right there. You can see them here. They're separate. They can, you know, this little flower can have attitude. So, okay. So, and all the dyes are available at Elizabeth Craft Designs on their website, and they are also available on the Quietfire Design site. And except, psst, Cherish. Don't order Cherish this week because it's out of stock. So you can all go to Elizabeth Craft Design and order Cherish. Not that we're using it today, but I've got a sale to tell you about. So I'll save that for later. Okay, so those are the 2 dyes we're using today. The cardstock is just black and white. And these are recollections. You know, I picked them up at Michael's, so nothing special. You're not doing anything rigorous to these, so hop on over and grab whatever cardstock you have. The adhesives we're using are, surprise, glue dots, and we're also using a product called glue dots. And it's the micro glue dots that I usually use. And the other thing we're using is this Cool Tack foam, and it is clear double-sided foam tape, so it has dimension to it and it's clear. So, oh, Debbie, I see you. Congratulations. Hi. You made it. You found it. Nothing can keep a girl down when she wants to be someplace. Okay, so the other things I will tell you about as I'm using them. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do. Some of them are just the typical things I use. So the first thing we're going to do is die cut Welcome, and we're not going to do anything to it except we're going to glue it. And then a piece of black cardstock, and I made that into a 10-fold card base measuring 5.5 by 3.5, so it's only 3.5 inches that way, but it's half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 that was cut in half, and then it was trimmed. And I thought it made a pretty good size for adding some flowers on. But you could do it on a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 and then trim it afterwards. I think this would make a great card front. And it doesn't have to be welcome. It could be happy birthday. It could be happy anniversary. It could be hello. Hello. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, no, I should leave that there, shouldn't I? Okay, let me show you how we're going to adhere this welcome to the card base. And I have some of the Cool Tack here. Now, no laughing. This is the end of the roll. I'm going to use every tiny little bit. Oh, you know what I probably didn't put on the supply list, Kathy Jo, was the little scissors. Bad Suzanne. So we're going to, these 2 things are instrumental in dealing with this Cool Tack because it's sticky as anything. So I don't use it very often, but sometimes it's just perfect. And for this one, it's just perfect. Now you could use scrapbook adhesives. They're black foam tape, because this is on a black background. It would probably work just fine. But if you did it on a white, I think you might want to go with this cool tack. I always want to call it clear tack. So I'm just going to snip off about a 1/2 inch of it and then put that aside. As you can see, all the edges have got glitter on them. Gee, I wonder what I've been doing around that. Now on the top of this, there's a little bit of release paper, and it's not paper, it's a little transparent thing, and it's really annoying. And of course I trimmed my fingernails, so I'm not going to be able to get it off. There it is. Can you see that? Probably not. There's a tiny little piece that is going to get everywhere, and the cat's going to eat it. Better not. Okay, so now to handle this, what I do is I cut off a tiny little piece. Like that. And then I take the tweezers, and I'm just going to put this on 3, maybe 4 spots on the back of the die cut. So I'm going to do it there on the back of the W, which is quite wide. That was kind of a generous piece. Let's cut a little bit smaller this time. And then tweezers, use those tweezers. And then C, yeah, sure. Let's put it on the back of the C. Whoop, don't let it tip over. If you cut a piece as wide as it is fat, then it doesn't matter which way you get it on. And I don't worry too much about my gooey fingers. Like, they'd probably have a heart attack because I'm ruining the adhesive, but not enough that it matters. And then I'm going to put it on the back of the E. And then the last one I'm going to do is up here on the flourish at the top of the word. There we go. And then I'm going to put that extra little piece someplace where I won't wear it later on. And that was a little bit big too. And then there we go. Okay, so we got 4 spots there. Now I kind of put the horse before the cart here. So I've got those ready. I'm just going to put it out of the way because we have to make sure that our die cut is straight, or Suzanne will go crazy. So I'm going to take my handy dandy T-square. Let's move this out of the way again, or it's going to get stuck on the T-square. And I'm going to just measure up about 1 1/4 inches. Make sure I get the inches side, seeing I've said that now. And I'm just going to put a little dot there. And this is my soapstone pencil that I can just brush off afterwards. I'm going to put the T-square up against, I'm going to do it this way, because that way the paper butts right on both sides of the T-square. And then I'm going to lightly run a white line along there. And there we have it. Okay. Now I'm going to grab welcome. And I can pretty well eyeball the center of it on this piece of cardstock. And I'm going to put one part of it down because I know there's only 3 places along the word that it's got adhesive. And then I'm going to push the flourish down and it's good to go. And then, oh, of course, I didn't wear a good shirt for this, but usually I just come in with my shirt and just rub that off, and it will come off. It'll actually come off with my finger. So, yep, soapstone pencil on black. And, you know, even the eraser doesn't do that great a job. It kind of leaves behind a little bit of, it does get in there. But the sleeve of your shirt, or if you have a piece of fabric handy, that comes right off. So it's a handy dandy tool for paper crafters. Calligraphers use them too. That's where I learned this trick. Okay, so now the reason I wanted to pop those letters up is because if you look here, these little flowers are above and below the flourish and the letters. And this one actually goes over one and under the other. So now if you're a Susan Tierney Coburn fan, I'm sure there's a bazillion flowers you could do this with. So I wanted to show you my stash here. I've got some already made. And I'm going to just put that aside for right now because we're going to, can you see that? Does that keep flipping up? Is that annoying? Because I could fix that. Hang on a sec. Of course it won't stand up. Well, it will stand up again. These are glue dots removable, and I find I use them quite a lot for photography to keep things in place. So there, fixed that. Now that won't pop up. Okay, we've got that put aside. Now we're going to work on these. These are all prepared. These are freshly die cut. And the leaves, and there's one that's out of a pattern paper. Now you probably want a really small pattern paper so that it's sort of more evenly distributed. You can it doesn't overpower this little design. The other thing I did was a gold one. You can see the gold one up here, and this is a gold one that I shaped, but I'm not really happy with the shaped version. And then there's this one that I took and colored, and then I took the Krylon 18 karat gold leafing pen, you know these things, and I just edged around the petals with it, and I thought that was kind of a nice effect. So let's just look at these for right now. And I just wanted to show you briefly. I use Distress ink. You can use whatever ink you have that makes you happy, because we want to be happy crafters. And just pounce these little babies. And you can decorate these however you want. It's kind of fun. And you can use whatever distress techniques, you know, if you want to spritz that, make sure it's a fine mist because it's a really small surface area. And just continue with that, and then do the same with, use whatever colors. This is picked raspberry. So for my flowers here today, I used, and I have a list somewhere, don't I, Kathy Jo? Oh, there it is. Bundled sage, wilted violet, picked raspberry, and I used coral, the abandoned coral as well. And what I really like doing is mixing up the coral and the picked raspberry, and that's the one that's halfway between. I kind of like that. And then for the leaves, you can just do this. You might want to add some extra color, like maybe some stronger color down near the base of the leaf, although that's kind of going to get covered up. Okay, so you get the idea. You're just going to use your blending tool and your stamp inks to put some color on those, unless you've used pattern paper, or you can use solid cardstock, or you can use all metallic and make it a really glitzy. Doing something for a wedding, well, that might be really cool. Okay, I'm going to move these aside because if I start sticking glue dots on here, they won't stick. They need to dry for a little bit. But the other thing I can show you is if you follow Elizabeth Craft Designs, then you know Susan Tierney Coburn makes these incredible flowers. And occasionally I make one of her incredible flowers, but not often enough. But I do have all her tools. So here's the tool set that I have. And what I'm going to do is grab the ball stylus, big one. And this is a little cushy pad. It's kind of like a mouse pad. And then I'm just going to cup this. And just a really simple cupping. And then you could have the cupped flowers up on top of the word and then slide the flat ones in behind the word. Okay, so I've done that. The other thing, of course, is to take the Krylon 18 karat gold leafing pen. And this is just so easy. It's kind of embarrassing. I love it when it's easy. And just go around the edge. You know what? It's easier just to hold it. And you can add as little or as much as you want. And so all of a sudden these little plain Jane little flowers have a little class. Okay, there you have it. Now, okay, so that's that technique and the edging technique. And there's the ball stylus. Now I'm not going to shape, I mean you could go ahead and if you've done this before you could shape the leaves as well. I'm not going to do that right now, although I just did it. Okay, we're going to pull out the glue dots. And now this is the leaf. There, I get my big fat fingers out of the way. The leaf. Now what we're going to do with each of these before we stick them on the welcome, is we're going to put a glue dot on the front at the base of the leaf. And then we're going to put it on the back of the flower. And we're not going to really worry about where that is, because what we can do... Okay, now to hold this flat, I'm going to get out another removable glue dot. And these come off pretty easily. So I'm just going to use that to hold it flat. Then I'm going to pull them out later. Now really, I wanted and I can do that. I want to put that on the side and then I want to put that there. Okay, let's go just glue up this one. Can you see, am I working off the page, out of the camera range here? Sorry if that's the case. Oops. Okay. Oh, now see, I just did these a little while ago and the glue dot doesn't want to stick, but it will because I told it to. Okay, again, just put one of them there and take another one, take another leaf, apply the glue dot. Yeah. And I even dried these, you know, but it just doesn't want to stick. The first one I made was no problem. There was enough time between. Oh. Okay, if you use sticky glue, it would work. There we go. So you can tuck this under there. I'm going to move that aside. Tuck that underneath. And then maybe have these kind of close together. Like that. Very cute. Okay, and then let's just add some glue dots to the back. And we know that's not going to be any problem because there's no ink on the back. And we're just going to slide that under there and push it into place. And then I'm going to take this is the cupped one, and I'm going to turn it, and I think I might like it there. So I might like the leaf off here, maybe not so close together, maybe over here. So let's take another leaf. Uh-oh, I just put the adhesive on the wrong end. Okay, you get to relax. We're not going to use you because some people don't know which is the tip of the leaf. Do you guys talk to yourselves while you work? I don't very often, but sometimes I get going and I can't stop. Okay. I don't know, that kind of looks like a bunny to me. It's the season. I've been making a lot of bunnies lately. What can I say? And you know, if you put that just a little off the flourish, then you'll see black in the background. And I love that black. The whole thing pops because of the black. Okay, now where's that glue dot? Okay, and overlap them. There we go. So there you have the idea. That's all there is to it. And then I would take, maybe this hot pink one. And I don't know, now that I've got them cupped, I think I might like that done with all of them. All of the ones above the word. Mash, mash, mash. And then make sure I get the right end of the... And again, the first one you can just put on anywhere. And then decide where you're going to put the flower. And then decide where you're going to put that second leaf. I think I want it pointing down this way. Last glue dot. I'm just going to do this one side. You get the idea, right? Do them in threes. Threes are always good. And then you could put that right on the flourish if you wanted to. Probably don't want the glue dot to show through though. Just need to make sure that the glue dot contacts the flourish. And then you have a white center. You can adjust that a little bit. So I didn't add any gold to that, but that's an option. So you have the cupping option. Go flat with the one behind the flourish. Cup the ones on top. And you know, I don't know, I think the gold is pretty cool. It makes me think of, for some reason, gold rimmed teacups. You could do the same thing with the leaves as well. So, and then you want to come in and get rid of that white line. There, that's coming out. And then you put 3 more down here, kind of off on a diagonal. Very cute. And that's pretty much the whole thing. I don't think, any questions? Hi, everybody that's out there. So I should say again, Happy Easter. Bring back my Easter toys. So you can say hi. And because I've been sort of away, there's a sale. It's a flash sale. The Easter Bunny said, Suzanne, have a sale. So there is a flash sale on this weekend for Easter. So it's 40% off rubber stamps with a purchase of $25, at least $25, 40% off rubber stamps. That's huge. 15% off Away with Words dies, and 50% off Almost Gone Forever. So if you go to the Quietfire Design website, quietfiredesign.com, .ca actually, .com will get you there too. Then you'll see under the header up at the top, you'll see the sale information. So sale prices don't appear until things are in your shopping cart, and it's only for stuff that's in stock, no back orders, and it's on till Monday night. So yeah, so come and join the Suzanne Cannon fan page and share your creations on Sunday. And don't forget, when you apply to join the group, there's some questions. It's not a big deal, really. Just answer the questions so that we know you're a real person. And we'll be happy to let you come in and play. Sign up for the newsletter. I won't bombard you with information. Don't forget, these are all archived on YouTube, and they're on Facebook. They're just, I always think they're a little harder to find. Any questions? There's the Letters Live category. I think everything's in there that I used today. We have the Quietfire Creations blog and the Quietfire digital blog, which the design team post on. And there's usually a post 4 times a week. And we're usually on the Elizabeth Craft Design blog once a week. And I think I'm up next on Monday. And I'm going to be using one of the other dies from the Flourish Night Sky set. Yeah, so I don't see any questions. So thanks for joining us. Happy Easter. Have a safe one. Don't eat too much chocolate. Don't bite the ears off the bunnies. And we'll see you again next week. Thanks for dropping in.